guys, Rick Shaw here. It's the 25th, and we got a nice clear day going on here. My sweetie went out to the store. She decided to take a walk early this morning. She's going to walk all the way to the market and probably drive a tricycle home. It is the 25th of May. We've got looks like about 25 Celsius or 74 or 75 degrees right now. It's just a beautiful morning. Nice light breeze. We had up in the room upstairs, I have the bathroom window open, bathroom doors open, and then our bedroom with the windows open right there. And we just had this cross breeze going through all night. It was just super fantastic. We're not having any problems with the bugs. What we did last night was when we did put the lights on in there, we just went ahead and kept the doors closed. I got to get some screen doors in here, and I want to get screens on these windows too. I think what I'll do is I'll pop rivet them right into the window frame and make little doors. I'll make them put hinges on them, make a little door that I can open from the inside so we can get the windows open and closed. But we got to get screens in here. Those little ants, somebody got on there, said he was a bug dude, and he said those are like termites. They look to me like just a little old, those little acid ants, I call them, that come and bite you. But I don't know. The only termites I ever seen look kind of like a grub. They look like a slug thing, because I bought a house one time that had them. But they were a different type of bug. But who knows? Maybe these things, when they start gobbling wood, they get that big sack on them or something. I'm not sure. I'm not a bug dude. But there are termite mounds around. I haven't seen any in here, but I have seen lots of them. And people don't do anything to them. They just leave them alone. Somebody said they're superstitious about them. I don't know. We had one behind our place, and you would see these things flying into the house and crawling up under the roof and just chowing the wood and stuff. Well, I went back there. And kicked the thing down and poured a bunch of old used motor oil on there that we had in a bucket. And some of the neighbors threw some diesel, and then the guys they made like a campfire over the top of it and started burning wood there and stuff when they'd sit around drinking and things like that. So I don't think much of these termite mounds. I'm heck for tearing them down if I see them. But my back was pretty sore, so I took a big walk this morning, and I see that they came in. I didn't even hear them. They came in and they really cut the grass down on some of these lots. I hope they work. It looks like they're working this way. But they cropped it right down to the ground. I didn't even see what kind of tool they were using or anything. I don't think it was gas. Maybe they were using a hand scythe. I'm not sure, but I hope they come and get all ours down too. That'll be real nice if they can cut that down for us. But haven't seen too much on the news. My sweetie's got to get me load on the phone. I see that the president of the U.S. is really pushing this jab thing, and if you don't get it, you're in trouble, and you got to keep wearing your masks and all this stuff. And that makes me think about a product. About products. If you have a good product, it sells itself. If you have a bad product, you have to threaten people. You have to scare them. You got to have teams of salesmen on it to push it, and that's what it seems like this jab's looking like. I had a dang thing here. It was this lady virologist with sheepskins probably covering her entire wall, and she was giving her opinion on the jab. And big wig woman. And I sent it out to a bunch of people. Some of the people came back and said, "Hey, Rick, there's nothing there." So I went back to the original one I had. It's blocked. It was completely blocked. Why would they have to hide this lady? Why would they have to not let her speak? She's a big wig in the field. So they hid it. Now I do have it on my phone, because I can screen record. I got this new thing on the phone. Whenever I'm watching something, I can hit this record button, and it'll put it on my my 1 terabyte card I have in the phone. and then I can do it again. But why did they take it down? I mean, why? I just love to hear the reasons that Facebook and YouTube and Google and all these. Why do they have to take this thing down? I'm not understand that. It's just somebody talking. We're not allowed to talk anymore. And the other cool thing I seen in the news. Yeah, buddy.
So young.
What?
Yo, camera, Papa, can we eat giant YouTube when Mommy sees?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Hope we got a little bit of milk, buddy. And the other thing I seen that I thought was really cool is these libs were pushing the sanctuary cities. You know, just pushing that. And hey, it's the way it's got to be, right? Well, now. What? Go get it. Don't ask. Don't your legs and arms work? Get it yourself. So they're doing the sanctuary city thing, and they were pushing that. Now the conservatives came back and said, okay, we're going to make Second Amendment sanctuary city. So now these libs are in a tight spot, kind of like on Oh Brother Where Art Thou when they were in the barn. We're in a tight spot because they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. If they agree with it, now we've got Second Amendment cities, and there'll be more of them, guys. If they don't agree with it, they're going to lose their sanctuary cities for all the illegals. And I did see one governor, I can't remember what state, I don't know if it was Colorado or something, but the federal government said a whole bunch of these kids, Hondurans or something like that crossed the border, and he put them on a plane and sent them back. It's cheaper. It's you smart guy. It was the governor. It was a super smart governor because it's going to save him a fortune. Just think what they're going to do. They're going to come there and immediately go on welfare that the states are paying for. You know, federal government pays some, but the states are basically going to be picking up their tab and the crime and all the rotten things that are going to happen with these folks. So it was cheaper for him to put them on a plane, charter a plane, and ship them all back. Now, a lot of governors need to be waking up that they can do that and just do it. Get them out. They're the damn governor. And I love this governor here in Cebu who's sticking to her guns, too. You know, they're trying to cram stuff down her throat, and she ain't taking it. She ain't buying a lot of this stuff. And I really commend her for that. I hope that she wins on this one. You know, because this stuff that's going on. If you're going to get somebody in here, why make them sit out for the queue and then get tested at the end of it? It's a money grab, guys. Use your heads. If they're so worried about it, you test them immediately. You test them immediately when they get in. And then if they're not, let them go. Turn them loose. No, it's a money thing. They're mandatory making them sit in a stupid hotel that they have to pay for. And I also see a lot of folks are paying. They just they're passing some kind of thing that they're not supposed to pay for this, that, or the other, but they're charging for all this stuff. My one buddy said they went, and it was on YouTube, that he paid $4,000 for a test. Now, all this stuff is given to the government. The jabs are. They're not paying for any of this stuff, so they're charging for it. And I'm hearing prices of like $3,800 just for the jab and all this stuff. I don't know. I did have a thing up on my page over a year ago, and I just mentioned that the government missed. You'd have to go back and look that they missed their shot. I talk about a lot of stuff on my videos, so you probably would have to find it. But something that these LGUs and all the way up to the top of the government missed their chance on when this COVID thing came in. Why didn't they say, all right, guys, we've got some trouble here. It's contagious. So how about if you're all drinking together, don't share the glass anymore and don't share your pollutant. Everybody get their own glass if you're drinking, and everybody don't use the same spoon in the pollutant. Use that community spoon to put the food onto your plate, and then use your own spoon to eat it. So we're not cross-contaminating each other. And they never even did it. Nobody even said anything about it except me. And I'm not understanding that. If this thing is so bad, why weren't they jumping all over that? But instead, they just put a liquor ban on. And the people were drinking anyway, guys. That liquor ban was the biggest pile of baloney, because if you wanted it, you could go get it. The Filipinos are going to drink. They don't care what the government says. And another thing that made me laugh when they had the fiesta and I was up visiting Tropical Tim, the police came out kind of like in force, and they banned this fiesta thing that was going on. Guess what? Those people up there didn't care. Everybody was out doing the fiesta, and I remember looking at the cops down there, all in their uniform with their sticks and everything. What are they going to do? Beat everyone up? Yeah. It was just, people said no, and they were openly drinking, right on the table, and sitting in the front of their houses. And what was the federales going to do? Because it was everybody. So, but that's one of the things I personally think they should have done, was said, guys, start teaching. I'm teaching my kids that. If people come over here, we get the MP Light for when company comes. I'm not a big-time whiskey drinker. If my throat's stopped up a little bit, I'll drink a shot of that real, just whoop, and it clears it up pretty good. But I give everybody their own glass. We got lots of glasses. I give everyone their own glass, and when we put the pollutant out, everybody gets a little plate, because I don't want them sharing. And if they start sharing, I said, please don't do that. I'm trying to teach the kids that it's not what we do. We have to teach your children by example. This do as I say, not as I do crap don't work, guys. Never has, never will. So I don't want to teach them that way. And the people say, okay, that's fine. They're cool with it. They got their own glass. So, that's the way we do it. And if you're a foreigner who comes here and you do like to drink a little bit of whiskey from time to time, the MP Lights is actually pretty good stuff. Don't waste your money on buying the Johnny Walker Black, because if you bring it to a party, they're just gulping the stuff down. I remember my dad, he said, here's how you drink this. We went over to his house, and I gave him a bottle of, it was the real old stuff. It wasn't Johnny Walker Black. I had a buddy, so I brought a bottle over, and he says, I'm going to show you how you drink this. And he got the tumblers out, and he put the ice in there. It was like crushed ice, and he poured it over the ice. And he sets it on the edge of his chair, and he says, "Now just wait." And after a little bit, it was a little bit. All of a sudden, you could just smell it. It blossomed. It went of this smell, and it was this wonderful woody smell. And then you just nipped on it. That's not guzzling whiskey. That's stuff you just nip on, and it was fantastic. That was the first time I actually liked drinking a whiskey type drink. I think it's Scotch, but yeah, that's the way you drink it. It's good stuff. But here, you bring that to a party, they just gulp it. So get them the MP Lights. It is pretty tasty. I actually like the taste of it. And if you're going back to the States, bring some back to your friends, because I've never seen it sold there. But they make a really good product, and you can get a big bottle of it. I don't know if it's a fifth, probably about a fifth is what it looks like, for like $1.90. That's $4, guys, for a bottle, and it's good stuff. It's a brandy, so that's pretty cool. But I hope they do change some of the things around here. I'm not coming here to change the country, but there are certain things that you should do. You should just do it. I saw some people sitting there drinking one time. We stopped in, people we knew, and there was 4 guys sitting around the table, and there was a foreigner dude there, and they were all drinking out of the same glass, and the one Filipino dude, I didn't know him, but the dude had like tree roots for teeth. All his teeth were just these scraggly, they were gone, and there was like rot left there, and this foreigner dude was sitting there and just drinking right out of the same glass, and I'm like, man, maybe the dude's vain. Maybe he was a super vain dude and didn't want to wear glasses in front of everybody, because they must have been Coke bottle thick, because not being able to see that guy's teeth, I wouldn't be sharing anything with that guy. That's something that I did read here. It was on one of the Facebook sites that one of the guys put out here, one of the YouTuber guys, and he has a Facebook page too. a lot of that stuff where you see these little tiny kids that their teeth are just rotting out of their head. It's a certain kind of a bacteria, and they said that if you do a peroxide wash, like a rinse in your mouth for like a week or so, it'll kill that. It'll kill that, and then that'll go away as soon as you see it. But when it goes too far, like some of these kids, their teeth are just eaten all the way to the gum line, and I don't, when you see a kid here and he falls down and scratches his knee, you take him in and you clean it up and you bandage it and you do all that stuff. But when you see your kids' teeth start to rotten out, they don't do anything about it. It's just topsy-turvy here. It's a whole different country, guys. Some of the things that go on here, you just gotta shake your head, and it's the way it is. There's not much you can do about it. But we are having a beautiful day. We're going to be going into town pretty soon because Geronimo's got his appointment. Mama's going to come back. She's going to come back and stay with us for a little bit, and that'll be very nice. And we always like to have Mama around. Kids love it. And then the cool thing too, I don't like to put my kids off on anybody. I just don't like that. They're getting a little bit bigger now, which it's okay then. We have some people we trust. My older kids, I never pawned them off on anybody. If they can't go somewhere, we just didn't go. Pretty much here. But if they're here and Mama's here, I don't mind the kids being with Mama. They're fine, and that gets my sweetie and I some time to ourselves. Even if we're just going to the mall or something. If I'm just trailing around behind her at the mall, that's some time that you need. That we need together, because the kids do absorb a lot of the time, and we got to have some time together. That's all there is to it. We went out the one day and went to the restaurant and ate, and just little things like that. That's what you got to do. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I want you all to take care. I'm going to rustle these kids up something to eat, and don't forget to pray for each other. This is Rick Shaw out.